All right, let's get right into it. Have you ever seriously thought about running your own business? Something that could go from a side hustle to your full-time gig? Well, today we're going to break down a really powerful blueprint that can make that happen. We're diving deep into the world of Amazon FBA.
I mean, really think about that for a second. The freedom, the control, the chance to build something that's 100% yours. For a lot of us, that's the ultimate dream, right? But the how always seems a little fuzzy. What if I told you that path was already paved by one of the biggest companies on the planet? That's right. Fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA, isn't just about selling a few random things online. It's a whole system, a really powerful one that can turn that dream into a real, tangible business. And today, we're going to unpack exactly how you can do it.
Okay, so first things first. Let's get a really clear picture of what we're even talking about. What exactly is FBA? And why is everyone calling it such a game changer for entrepreneurs?
Here's the magic of it, really. You're basically tapping into Amazon's gigantic global infrastructure. Your job is to find a great product and build your brand. Amazon, well, they handle the rest. The warehousing, the picking and packing, the shipping, even the customer service and returns. It's like plugging your small business directly into a logistics powerhouse.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't this just drop shipping? And that's a great question, but there's a huge difference. With FBA, you buy your inventory upfront. Yeah, it's an investment, but it gives you total control over your brand. And this is the big one. It lets you offer that lightning-fast prime shipping that we all know and love as customers. Drop shipping has less risk upfront for sure, but you often sacrifice that speed and that control. Okay, I know this might look a little intimidating, but just think of this as your roadmap, your step-by-step guide to getting there. It's a 7-part journey, and we're going to walk through it, starting with what is without a doubt the most important step of all.
So let's talk about the foundation of your entire business, finding the right product to sell. And I want to be clear, this is not about guessing or picking something you just think is cool. It's about smart, data-driven decisions. And when you look at these criteria, they just make sense, right? You want something with high demand but low competition. That's the sweet spot. Good profit margins, that's a must. You should be aiming for at least a 30% net margin after all of Amazon's fees. And think about lightweight and small. That's not just a suggestion, it directly translates to lower shipping and storage fees, which means more money in your pocket. Durable means fewer headaches with returns. It's all connected. So once you know what you want to sell, you got to figure out where to get it. Alibaba is the go-to giant for sourcing products from overseas. But here's a pro tip. Never, ever just go with the first supplier you find. You have to get quotes from multiple suppliers. And most importantly, you always have to order samples to check the quality for yourself. You can also look for wholesalers right here in the US, which can sometimes mean getting your inventory a lot faster. Okay, so you've got your product idea, you've got a potential supplier. Now it's time to build the place where customers will actually find and buy your product, your own digital storefront on Amazon. This is pretty much your first real investment in the business. And that professional seller account, it's way more than just a monthly fee. It's your ticket to the big leagues. It unlocks all the essential tools you're going to need for advertising, managing inventory, and seeing detailed reports on your sales. Honestly, if you're serious about this, it's non-negotiable. Think of your product listing as your 24/7 salesperson. It never sleeps. High-quality images are absolutely critical. They're the first thing anyone sees. Your title has to grab their attention and have the keywords people are actually searching for. And those back-end keywords, they're like your secret weapon. Customers never see them, but Amazon's algorithm does. It lets you target all sorts of related search terms without making your public listing look messy. All right, the prep work is done. Your digital storefront is built. Now for the really exciting part, getting your product into Amazon's hands and in front of actual customers. Now, this part might sound kind of complicated, but Amazon's system, Seller Central, really walks you right through it. You create what's called a shipping plan, and Amazon will tell you precisely which of their warehouses to send your inventory to. The most important little detail here is the labeling. Every single one of your items needs a unique Amazon barcode called an FNSKU. Just think of it as your product's personal ID card inside Amazon's giant system. Just having your product live on the site isn't enough. Now you've got to create some momentum. Think of it like a flywheel. You use Amazon's pay-per-click ads to get those initial eyeballs on your product. You use competitive pricing to get those first crucial sales. And those early reviews, they build social proof and trust, which helps you get even more sales. It all works together. So you've launched, you're making sales, you're done, right? Time to just sit back, relax, and watch the money roll in. This
This is probably one of the biggest misconceptions about Amazon FBA.
Yeah, the answer is a hard no. Launching is just the beginning. A successful FBA business is not a passive investment. It's a real, active business that needs you to continuously manage and optimize it.
So if it's not set it and forget it, what does that ongoing journey actually look like? What are the key things you need to be doing, not just to keep the business alive, but to actually help it grow for the long haul?
These basically become your new daily habits. Think about it. If you let your inventory run out, you lose all your sales rank and momentum. If you ignore your ad reports, you're literally just burning cash. If you neglect your listing, you can bet your competitors are going to pass you by. Staying on top of this stuff is what really separates the successful sellers from everyone else.
And this right here, this is why all that hard work is so worth it. It's easy to get bogged down in the details, but you can't lose sight of the incredible opportunity. You are building your brand on the world's biggest e-commerce stage, with millions of customers who are ready to buy just a click away.
So there you have it. We've walked through the entire roadmap, from finding that first product all the way to managing a growing business. The steps are clear. The opportunity is absolutely massive. The only real question left is the one right there on the screen. Thanks for joining me on this one.